Hello, my name is Abigail Petersen. I use she, her, hers pronouns, and I am a student at Bowling Green State University. The title of my presentation today is Baby Beethoven, Worth It or Not? The Effectiveness of Baby Music. Why baby music? Or first, what is it? Baby music is classical music with a simplified timbre or overall sound quality and feel that is marketed at young children. A very popular example of baby music is the Baby Einstein media series. The cover of one of their CDs, Baby Mozart, is pictured to the right. My interest in baby music was sparked because I listened to it myself as a young child. As I grew older and became a musician, I began to play some of the original pieces upon which this baby music was based. However, I noticed that this baby music seemed to be so much different compared to the original classical music. I began to wonder why parents spent so much time and money obtaining this baby music for their young children. This led me to my ultimate question. My research question. The essence of my question is it worth it? Is baby music worth the money and time that parents put into finding and playing it for their children? But the more detailed research version of this question is, do young children actually find the altered baby music more engaging than the original classical music? The main research method I use to answer this question is library research. While I located and referenced a wide variety of library resources for my project, I will feature a few of the most influential sources here. First is a book addressing the human reaction and response to music, written by composer John Powell. Next is a scientific research study investigating the abilities of young children to process music, written by Beatrice Ilari and Linda Poca, researchers in music education and psychology, respectively. Following this is an analysis of baby music present throughout children's media, written by music education researcher Wendy Brooks. Finally, there is an interview with Kate, a mother of 2 children, one of whom has autism. This interview is quoted in the previous article by Brooks. The results. My main findings show that infants actually have extremely high music processing capabilities. According to Ilari and Poca, young children appreciate detailed and complex music, especially when it displays a variety of timbres, instruments, and sounds. Powell adds to this claim, saying that for not only young children, but also for human beings in general, this musical variety is critical. Without it, we cannot enjoy music to the extent that we do. Interestingly enough, what Brooks found in baby music across the market was the exact opposite of these two things. She found these baby music albums to lack variety in timbres, instruments, or any other musical features, all of which were rich in the original classical compositions. My musician's hunch was correct. These modified versions do pale in comparison to the originals. But the evidence isn't that simple. The biggest counterargument to these findings comes from parents themselves, especially those who have played baby music for their children in the past. The mother whom Brooks interviewed added a new side to the story, though. It turns out that the simple nature of baby music had actually been beneficial for her autistic son as a baby. And multiple researchers from a couple of my sources do agree that there is a sweet spot of complexity in music for children. As much as music can be too simple for young children to enjoy, it can be too complex for them to process as well. It is very likely that conditions such as autism could affect this sweet spot, making it different for some children. So, what does this mean? Well, one conclusion follows naturally. The original classical music is generally preferable over the modified baby music because it has the musical variety that infants appreciate and enjoy so much, and it will be more engaging to them than the modified version. But classical music has its downsides. It can seem stiff, unapproachable, or even foreign to those who are not familiar with it. So I suggest another excellent alternative, world music. It is a great way to immerse young children in their home culture while also introducing them to other world cultures at a very young age. Plus, it features all the variety in instruments and sounds that is so critical for young children. Every child is different though. It is important for each and every parent or caregiver to be like the mother Brooks quoted in her study and make conscious, wise musical choices for their young children, whose needs will vary vastly. So, what will you do? What choice will you, as a parent or caregiver, make in the music you play for your young children? Thank you for listening today.